I haven't been going on live as much lately because life has been a whirlwind, like, to say the least. Little status update. A lot has changed since last time I went on. I think I was just completing a situation. It was what I thought was a good living situation, as well as an agreement to have an opportunity to earn some money. That did not work out. Everything was amicable. I have to I have to say I was not, this is it's a little, oh my god, my mind went blank. I haven't lived in my car. I stayed in my car one day or one night in the last 3 weeks, which is a good thing, right? Like, that's amazing. But yeah, so that situation changed. I left a day prematurely because things just got overwhelming. But so I have been very disciplined to stick to a schedule with Uber Eats so that I make a certain amount of money every day to follow the plan I've created to... Hi, Galaxy Gaming! Hey! Nice to see you. Okay, so glad you're on. Welcome. Yeah, so I forgot where I was. I don't know. Things are kind of nuts, but so I was able to have enough money to secure an Airbnb for a week. So I only had to stay in my car for one night, which was good because literally the sheer logistics of taking care of myself, daily things, and it takes so much time. So very beneficial. The Airbnb I got, it was very inexpensive in terms of Airbnb. It was like $260 for a week, which sounds very expensive, but most Airbnbs are really a lot more. I knew this according to, like, the ad said, it's under construction, so there's a construction discount. What they failed to say was what I would experience there. And I'm not gonna, it's fine. I've adapted. The owner's very responsive, and although he's out of state and he has some people manage it, it's been quite an adventure. But yeah, any issue I've had, they've taken care of. It hasn't been too bad. However, they did offer me a position. Same situation, like they wanted me to do all this work for very little pay, and I'm willing to, I don't want to turn down work. However, I have to decide which is better, the Uber Eats versus like this opportunity, and definitely Uber Eats was more beneficial in my particular situation, as well as how can I say this without sounding, it's totally not judgmental at all, but the demographic of people who book this Airbnb and who I've been around for the last week, how do I say it? Not a growth mindset, not, there's a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking weed, a lot of just... Anyway, no judgment at all, and I'm fine. I'm friendly to everybody, but it's not the type people I want to be around all the time, because there's no growth. I've always heard, if you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room, and that applies to everything, not necessarily just intelligence, but the people you surround yourself with is extremely important, because whether you know it or not, you pick up on the habits. So anyway, that's that situation. So I didn't take that opportunity. I politely declined. Anyway, yeah, so that is my situation. I am booked through this Friday at 10 a.m. and my plan is to find a more stable, economical different experience area. So hopefully I'm going to find that. I'm looking on Pad Split and Furnished Findings, I think is the name of it. Anyway, I'm going to do some research. So hopefully I will be able to secure something, because just this year, the mental space, the clarity I have from just sleeping in a bed and having a home base, getting rest because I don't sleep well in my car, like all of it, it's so beneficial. So I've decided to make that a priority, just as much as like my car payment and all the bills I have. So I've got that. That's my goal. So I'm gonna go for it. All right, French toast. Hi in Texas. Welcome, welcome. Damien. Hello. Mackenzie. Hello, welcome. Saying hi to everyone. Glad you're here. Hello, Justin De La Cruz. Welcome. All right, so that's kind of the status update. More crazy things have gone on, but I won't go into all that stuff. I did write some things down that I wanted to share, because my main goal of these videos, the main goal is to offer help to anybody else that's going through a hard situation, who wants to give up. And basically what I've learned are these challenges, these big, huge life challenges, they don't happen to you, they happen for you. And I know that's like a common saying in this self-development world, and I didn't get it for a long time either. I was like, whatever. I understand the concept, but I didn't fully embody it and understand it till recently. So I put the title of this as 5 things that changed my life since I've been living in my car. And actually it's way beyond that. It started like 3 years ago when all this started happening. It resulted in living in my car. So first thing, so I've listed it as old identity, old me versus new me. And these are things that over this period of time has taught me, that happened for me. So in other words, there was a lesson to be learned in it. And anyway, I'll just jump into it. So hi Jaden, welcome. Hello Dee, nice to see you guys. Welcome. Okay, so first one, old me. I was in victim mode. New me, I'm accountable. And then now I'll go a little bit into the things I was doing. When the old me in victim mode, I felt like I would blame others for my pain. Like say someone did something and their actions upset me, I would blame them. Like I was not even taking accountability for what I did or how I responded, or I was a victim. I was like, why is this happening to me? It's so painful. And I realized that nobody's gonna come save me. Like I just have to be accountable and not let things get to me. Ask myself, what's the lesson, and get curious about what I can do to change it, because it's beyond my control. I can't control how other people react to me or how other people treat me. Like all I can control is how I take what they presented, and I can either escalate the situation and be reactive, or I can de-escalate it, not let it bother me, think about the situation, and either choose to remove myself from that person if it's a toxic situation, or if it's something where I'm just not seeing that they're trying to help me, I can rethink it and look at it from a different perspective. So, all right, and the second thing. Hey Deb, what's up? Deb Blins, hi. I'm doing well, thank you. Welcome on. Okay, so second thing. Old me was entitled, and I didn't even realize it. I thought I was very humble. I was not. Old me, when I was married, had a beautiful family. I drove a Mercedes, had a beautiful home, 2 beautiful children. I was a stay-home mom. you know, even then, like, something would happen and I would be a brat about it. Like, I was grateful for the good things, but on a whole different level. Like, I did not appreciate it like I should have, but also there were things that weren't serving me either. So from another aspect, I wasn't standing up for myself or advocating for myself to, you know, place boundaries or just communicate basically in an effective way to resolve the issue. New me, I'm humbled. I'm very humbled now. And what humbled me, like, it took all these things happening to me to get my attention to humble me. Losing my home 3 times. This last time, I haven't lost my children. I see them. I talk to them every day. I see them like 3 or 4 times a week. Sometimes not as often. It takes a lot to get my life together. So I'm just trying to balance everything out. But I see them as much as I can. And they're wonderful. I love my boys. They're so great. Also, my business. Like, my business has not done a thing. And all of that is because all these things have humbled me to teach me a lesson, to show me the things that I need to change to get me to where I need to be, if that makes sense. So what humbled me was experiences in my life that got my attention by being comfortable with being uncomfortable. So I'm extremely humble at this point. Justin De La Cruz says, growth is a beautiful thing. Every day I try to be 1% better. Bravo. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. True. I do too. Sometimes, like, I'm very impatient, and that's on the list too. I've definitely learned some patience, but yeah, I'm like, I want things to change instantly, and obviously it doesn't happen that way. If it did, I wouldn't learn the lesson. So that's been what slowed me down a lot as well. So there's so many life lessons in this, and this is all just like a brief summary. Like, it's way more in depth than these simple little things. All right, so the third thing, oh, this is a huge one. Many layers to this one too. Old me cared about what people thought of me. I used to find my self-worth in other people's opinions of me, which is a no. Like, I had no idea that was so detrimental, and what kind of a negative loop, and the amount of judgment I had in myself just from that, plus judging other people. Like, it's a bad thing. Like, all right, so new me, completely authentic. I'm like, sometimes I have on makeup, sometimes I don't. Like, nothing really matches today. Who cares? Like, I've got like nothing. I don't care, because I'm not here to look pretty. I'm here to help somebody, hopefully. I'm here to spread love and joy and all that good stuff. You know, that's kind of my underlying thing. I definitely want to make people's day better, make their lives better, spread love and joy, because the world needs more of that. Anyway, let's see, let me just read this really quick and I'll get back to this, the authenticity, because it's a good one. Justin's asking a question. Oh my gosh, Justin, this is a great question. Justin says, can I ask what made you change? I'm 30 and kind of feel how used to, like it was everyone else. I feel like I deserve more from life because I try to do right and I work so hard. Yes, that is exactly how I felt. And it creates this, like, sorry, pardon my language, but what the fuck? Like, I'm a good person, I do good, I follow the rules, I guarantee, like, are you a people pleaser? Because I know that's like, that was a big one I had to get over. That goes with the caring about what people think too. combined with like my big heart, like I genuinely want to help people, so mine gets a little blurred, because there is good in it, but I also justify the toxic part that I didn't even realize I was doing by focusing, oh, I'm a good person and I work hard and blah blah blah. But what made me change? All these things that have been stripped away from me. I basically, like you, intrinsically knew that life could be better. Little did I know how hard it would be, or maybe I'm just stubborn. I don't know. I am very stubborn and very tenacious, and I get hyper focused on things I want to do. But yeah, I've had to learn the hard way. So hopefully these videos will help give people insight and to where it doesn't take them learning things the hard way. I don't know. Hope so. That's my goal. Anyway, so yeah, just keep going. What made me change is I just got sick and tired of not feeling fulfilled and the guilt and the stuff, and I got curious and I started working on things one by one, and there were so many, it all just kind of collapsed on itself. So here I am. But I've definitely learned a lot and gained a lot of wisdom. I just started diving into self-development, caring about myself, about my health, about my mind, about the people I'm surrounded with, you know, all the things. There's a number of things that helped me, and I've just kind of progressed along the way. Self-development is not an overnight thing, or not a one-size-fit-all, or not a I can just read this book and life's gonna be grand. It's definitely your own journey. You have to go by what you've experienced, and apply it to the things in your life. It's a nuanced thing, so very personal too. So anyway, okay, so the authenticity, I'm very transparent, but there was a time when I was too transparent, and I did not realize that I was blurting out all my stuff because I was not emotionally regulated. This was early in my, journey, and I've since learned that not everybody wants to hear all the stuff, and I was an energy vampire, and I didn't even realize it. Like, that's opposite of what I wanted to achieve. I was simply wanting people to help me, like console me maybe, and that's basically pushing my things on other people and expecting people to help, and that realized that was not okay. But it was real-time experience. Like, I was truly feeling that pain at the time. But that's on here too. Like, that's another thing that changed. I'm able to acknowledge and be aware of my emotions. So I've definitely regulated my emotions a lot more. So oh, Justin says he's not an emotional person. I really am. So I think that's why it's taken me so long, because I internalize everything. It's another thing, like, don't take things personally. It's very difficult, because you can start blaming yourself and for people's actions or what they say or how they respond to you. Just know it's your journey. Just learn from the things you do. Everything is just data. Like, you take what your day's experience was. If it was bad, think about what you could have done differently. If it was good, write that shit down. Like, be grateful and sit in that and be blissful, and like, oh my gosh, things were wonderful today, I'm so happy, and like, keep that momentum going, and then things start working out. So it's a little trick. All right, so fourth thing, old me was controlling, and I didn't even know it. I thought, just like Justin was saying, I thought I was just being kind and this and that, but what I was really doing was trying to control the situation out of fear. Like, for instance, when I lost my home, I was in such fear of losing my home because it had happened 2 times previously, and I knew, you know, it was unprocessed trauma. So definitely therapy and processing the feelings you have, you know, that helps a lot. That is definitely part of my toolbox that I use. And along with like eating right and getting enough rest and exercising, there's, you know, it's a whole toolbox of things. But yeah, so I was trying so hard not to lose my house that I lost faith that it would work out. And I was so projecting so much in the future, and in fear that I would lose my home, that I caused it. Like, if I had just had a calm nervous system, relaxed, and took things step by step, I think it would have been a different outcome. But yeah, I wouldn't have learned the lesson. Like, I didn't know that then, or I would have done it. Now I know that. So the new me is surrendered. I let go. I let God. When I feel myself getting anxious or thinking about all the things that need to be done, instead of looking at the top of the mountain where I'm not at yet, take that next step. Take that next step. And what I do, but how I do that is I stop and I take a deep breath and I ground myself, and I literally get myself in the present moment. And in that present moment, that fear I'm thinking of hasn't happened yet at all. Like, it hasn't. So why am I wasting my energy and literally bringing it on to my life by worrying about it? Worrying is a prayer for chaos. Worrying is the worst thing. And I've never understood that either until now. Like, how do you just not worry? Like, because that was completely programmed into me. It's like inherited. I come from a long line of worriers, you know, so that was a huge thing that took a long time for me to change my neural pathways and how I would immediately go to that worry instead of, wait, let's just focus on what's happening right now. Let's assess the situation in a serious present moment. So that helped a lot with that. Let's see. Oh, Justin. He says, that's what confuses me because I don't connect to other people's emotions. People say I'm very cold, but I do have a lot of feelings, and try to keep it to yourself. Okay, so that one, I understand. I get it. It's a result of unprocessed trauma. And this goes into a wider, bigger scope of kind of the underlying issue that I've been addressing for a long time is childhood trauma. Justin, by chance, when you were growing up, did you ever feel like your emotions weren't important? You were abandoned, you were loved but not nurtured? Or like any big traumas happen too. Like, traumas can be, there's big T traumas and little T traumas. Like, there's a lot, but the baseline that I've been doing is reparenting myself, because I had abandonment wounds, because I felt neglected and abandoned. Not that my parents didn't love me, they tried the best they could, but the feeling like I didn't receive what I needed to thrive. And that's what the big picture of what I'm changing, that's slowly processing out of my life. So, yeah, so that's shutting down, Justin, it's a coping mechanism from an old trauma. So maybe consider or think about some things like that could be a possibility. And I learned all this online, so there's a lot of great informational videos. There's one, oh my gosh, I forgot her name. I think I put it in one of the other ones. It's the she's the Crappy Childhood Fairy, I think is her YouTube handle. But anyway, she's great about healing childhood traumas and explaining the results of, you know, things that happen in your life based on that, and how to heal it and forgive yourself and be aware of the things you do too that caused it. Anyway, she's really good. So Crappy Childhood Fairy, shout out to her and check her out. She's been very helpful to me anyway. Oh yeah, that I bet that is. Justin has shared, and I hope it's okay that I share this. He's always been loved, and he has a big family, but growing up without a father, that's it. That's it. So that's a tough one. I mean, it's tough. You need that. There's an inherent desire in us all. If we grow up without one parent or both or whatever, there's underlying issues. So I would suggest maybe listening to the Crappy Childhood Fairy. I think she would help you or benefit you a little. He says, never bother me. Even today it doesn't, but there has to have had some effect. Well, don't go looking for things. If nothing's wrong and you're good, leave it be. Because let me tell you, you open that can of worms, shit gets real fast. But either way, I'm so glad you're asking these questions. They're wonderful. And hopefully I am helping a little, or at least entertaining you. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Dee says, I hope you're able to keep staying positive. That will not change. I had a therapy appointment today, and I was discussing with her, I feel like I'm over the hump. Like, finally, I'm getting my nervous system regulated. I'm getting clarity. I'm aware. I notice the things I do that are wrong. I change them as best I can. But yeah, no, that's one thing I have definitely changed my neural pathways on. And maybe you'll just want to look up neural pathways. Like, basically, when you are in a habit of something and you don't even know it or recognize it, that's a hard neural pathway in your brain. So, for instance, mine was anything that would happen, even though I would say positive things and I would encourage other people and I would do all these positive affirmations, like a deep part of me would still go directly to negative, because that's what I was programmed to be, because I grew up in chaos and self-survival and all that stuff. So again, it goes back to the abandonment wound and how I felt like I had to kind of raise myself and stuff. Again, my parents did amazing. They did the best they could. It's not that they didn't love me. They didn't abuse me or intentionally neglect me or anything. It's just they had a lot going on in their lives too. So love them so much. Nothing bad against my parents. That's the first step, is being aware of what the situation was from their point of view and forgiving them and knowing they did the best they could. Because it's hard to say. I don't know the stats, but no parent is gonna have a child and just hate them. It's just not possible. There's an amount of love, and there are certain situations, obviously, where that's not the case, but there's way bigger issues than I want to go into in those situations. But anyway, all right. So yeah, I went from controlling, didn't even know it, but I was, to surrendered, let go, let God, and His totally built my faith in God, source, universe, however, whatever resonates with you, as far as a bigger intelligence that creates all these blessings in your life, however you want to address it. But I prefer God, and yeah, no, it's helped me to know that I'm gonna be okay, and that it's not in my control, it's in God's hands. So what's meant for me will never pass me by. All right, and the fifth thing, oh my gosh, this is a big one. Old me was reactive. New me is responsive. So those words, they're a little similar, like looking at them or whatever, but they're huge opposite difference. Something bad happens, you can get mad, you can react, you can get pissed off, you can, and that's just normal human behavior. nobody wants anything bad to happen, like painful, whether physical or mental, anything. Nobody likes that. It's uncomfortable. Like it hurts. Like it pisses you off. But after learning to kind of just let things go that, again, that aren't under my control. Like, for instance, if I'm in traffic and, somebody cuts me off, what good is it going to do besides waste my mental energy and, like, stress me out to get pissed at them? Like, instead, flip it. Be like, maybe that person, is not just being a total dick. Maybe they have an emergency. Maybe they're trying to get to the hospital. Like, you never know. Like, just thinking objectively and trying to, instead of just thinking they did it to you, don't take it personal. It's all the same things, really. Like, just wish them well and don't waste your energy on getting mad. Like, that's just a little example. So the way I respond in this little example would be, oh, I hope everything's okay. Or, so, don't get me wrong, it's normal human reaction to get a little pissed. And sometimes I'm like, bless their heart. But I still try to, like, my first reaction is to get irritated. And then I immediately shift it to, thinking positive or thinking objectively. So anyway, those little hacks where I let that little shit go, oh my God, it makes such a difference in my mental state, my clarity, my anxiety, all the stuff. So, all right, those are the 5 things, sorry, 10. So yeah, it's been quite the adventure, and I've gained a lot. I've done a lot of things, and I can say I'm pretty fucking proud of myself. Like, I'm proud of how I've come through and my resiliency and the things I've learned and gained and how it's affected. Is my life perfect yet? No, absolutely not. But it's getting there. And I feel happy, and that is proof. That is proof that I am doing much better. So, yay, 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 yay. All right, so I wrote a little summarization, but I'll just get through them really quick. I know, like, I don't want to get all too structured, but I'll do that one sec. Let me read. I got a couple more things. Is it raise? Right? It's RAIS. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce that right. But he says, or she, I'm not sure. Sorry. I wish there was a God looking after all of us. All of those kids could be saved from all the misery. The world would have been so good. I absolutely agree with the feeling, or I resonate with that feeling, because I used to wonder, like, how could God allow these things to happen? That gets into another whole discussion, another whole video. But the way I see it, it involves a lot of different things. So I've found my peace, and I truly believe that what we focus on, we bring more attention to, and it brings more of it into the world. The law of attraction and law of assumption and all that. So my philosophy is, that's why I don't watch the news. I don't watch, like, bad things. I don't allow toxic things in my environment. My health is about what I consume as well, through music, through people, through everything, through social, all of it. If it's negative and bad, if I can do something about it, I do. If I can't, I just go past, because I don't want to give that negative situation more power by putting my attention on it. So what you focus on gets bigger, and you end up bitter. I'm like, why did I say bitter? I don't know, whatever. My words don't always come out correctly, but hey, I accept me for who I am. Anyway, all right, so let's see. Oh, hey, there's Whisker Biscuit. I wouldn't say it before, but now I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I recognize you. Thanks for coming back. Oh, he says, hello, sweetie. Stopped in to give a thumbs up. Yay, glad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. That's so funny. I assume you're a he. I could be wrong. I don't know. Whatever. D says social media is a big part of that. Yes, it is. It is. Oh my gosh. And I don't know. I think maybe if you just think of, kind of follow what I just said, like if it's negative and you can't do anything about it, don't let it interfere in your world. You know, you can read something, and if it touches you and you can send love and good vibes and pray for that situation, of course, do that. But if it's affecting you negatively, bringing you down, making you stress and worry and question God and all that, stop your thoughts and go past it, because it's, you know, you don't want to bring those negative things into your thoughts. There's a certain level of guilt in that, because people, I think we want everything to be good. We do. That's why I love people so much. Like, we inherently are all good people. It's just experiences and traumas and pain and different things happen in our lives that cause different reactions and different causes a lot of bitterness and being mean, and you know, there's obviously, it's a wide spectrum. Anyway, it's pretty deep conversation, but yeah. So social media, just scroll past, send it love, bless and release, and guard your heart. There's a saying that's always stuck with me. Sorry, I know I'm saying fuck a lot in this one, sorry. Wide open heart, big fucking fence. And that has stuck with me. And that helps me, like, not to feel bad about not trying to do something to change those situations that I can't do anything about. So maybe that'll help. Oh, it's the name of your boat. Whisker Biscuit is the name of your boat. Maybe you told me that before. I think you may. I don't know. That's pretty funny. Where are you located? Where's it, like, is it on the ocean? Or are you on a lake? What kind of boat? I love the water. I love the water. So I'm a Cancer, and you know, I'm into astrology and stuff. And Cancer is a water sign, which water represents emotions. That's why I'm so emotional. I'm a triple Cancer, actually. Actually quadruple. I think I have it in 4 houses or 4 planets, but yeah, I have a lot of emotions. Anyway, so I don't know. I mean, it's already 40-minute long. I've been thinking about doing like some quick tarot card pulls. Anybody interested in that? Does anybody have like a question, or I don't know. I thought I'd just put it out there and see if anybody has any interest. I don't know. I love doing tarot cards. I think it's very cool. I don't think it's evil at all. I feel like it's just a divination tool that God speaks through that. Like, I read the energy of what the cards say in regards to a situation. Anyway. Oh, South Carolina. Very cool. Great Falls, South Carolina. So, ocean, I guess? Yeah? Are you on the coast? I'm in Florida. The palm trees. It's been raining today, but anyway. Center console C mark. I bet that's in a magnificent boat. I have no idea what that means, though. I ride boats. I have nothing about anything. I think I know what a bass boat is, and a ski boat, and a yacht, obviously. But yeah, cool. So cool. Center console C mark. Let me guess what that might be, just based on the description. Is that like a cabin boat? Can you sleep in it? Anyway, I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I think I don't know. Maybe I'll come on and just do a tarot reading some other point to see how that goes, because you never know. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna sign off here. I'm at 40. Oh my gosh, I'm going really long, but it's okay. And I gotta get, it's after 5. I was gonna start Ubering at 5, so I gotta go make some monies. I haven't hit my quota for today. So if no one's told you today, I love you. You've got this, you're resilient, you're never alone. There's always somebody out there that loves you, and I'm one for sure. And there's many, many more out there. Always remember, never give up. Keep your vibes way, way, way high. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining. Thanks to everybody that commented. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Anyway, thank you. God bless. Have a beautiful day. Bye.